It's like, hey, we're friends now. But yeah, dude, okay, so Sheridan, he has been in the scene for a really, really long time. And for a while, he was like at the low end of Puff players, but like I want to say like 5 years ago or something, he stepped up his game so much, and he got to be power ranked in NorCal, I think it was.
Yeah.
And of course, Commaster, the legendary Luigi main, the original Luigi main, he was dormant for a long time, but he's been back for about the last year, and it's really exciting to see him
ever since
coming
moving here
back.
from Utah, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Because he was originally a Washington boy, but he's gone for quite a while.
Yeah.
And it's a similar story, sort of, but not quite, with Sheridan, how he recently moved to the Oregon area.
Yeah, he's in and out.
Yeah. So
But like right now, I think, like what I think this matchup is probably going to entail is a lot of pokes. Like it's interesting to me to think about this matchup because Luigi has a poking kind of a style of gameplay, especially against against players that he has to be careful against, like with extended and disjointed hitboxes. Except the disjoint between the actual hitbox and the hurtbox isn't usually so much with Jigglypuff. So it's really interesting to see him tackle this matchup.
Whereas Puff can sort of glide around in the air, Luigi's sort of having to snake around above and below and utilize these platforms to sort of create the little gaps that he can and sort of put Dr. Z into what he thinks is an advantage position and then capitalize off it. Here he's putting out a lot of empty pressure, making sure to keep him at the ledge so that way he isn't able to get in, isn't able to throw out as many attacks his way. Does let him back on the stage though.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job right now of just floating pretty much around him in a half sphere, trying to get those hits in. And like, what's the really impressive thing is here is that he's maintaining the pressure without giving Dr. Z that much of an opportunity to actually punish him on that.
Commaster focusing a lot on just sort of these little mix-ups, crossing him up all the time, making sure that he's not able to be pinned down by Dr. Z.
Really nice right there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really nice. I noticed that he's trying to poke with those forward tilts, and it's trading a lot of the time, but he's crouch canceling it. And so it's trays that are like generally starting to be in his favor, especially at the ledge. I've noticed it a few times.
For every opportunity that like Dr. Z gets, it just sort of resets again and again. And so he's having a hard time actually like building up this percent pretty quickly, especially because Commaster's never there. He's always just outside of his range, and then on the other side of the stage within a second, utilizing that just excessive mobility.
Yep, just like that.
Making his approaches extremely. Ooh. Once he falls on it a little bit.
Yeah, one of the things about the Luigi matchup too is once he shoots out that fireball, especially off stage, he becomes so vulnerable because it's got a long wind-up time. If you know he's going to shoot that fireball, you are completely free to go out there, but he's going to get the up B rest on Jigglypuff.
At a time like that, you kind of have to take that opportunity if you're Dr. Z, where you're over 100 last stock and the enemy's got 2 stocks. You go for that early rest because then guess what? That puts you at basically even, where you just need one more and that's the game.
Yeah, but I mean, like against a floaty though, it's not like I should up tilt this and then go for the rest. Like if he's going to be going for more rests throughout this set, I think he's got to be more wary of the platforms and where Commaster is like, is in relation to him as far as like in the air, because we're going to see it right here. He's going to be, oh god, that shield. He's going to be,
just like you said. There goes the shield. He will still be able to live because such low percent. But that was a crazy early opportunity there. Dr. Z looking noticeably upset because, come on, how often you break somebody's shield and it just doesn't kill. And then it doesn't kill.
It's really aggravating when you break someone's shield at low percent. It's like, what do I do? What do I do about this?
Ooh, great option there. Just sort of like waiting around him, knowing that he's able to like drift past that nair approach.
And what I saw there that I really liked from Commaster is that he was doing a lot of just kind of like platform ledge dashing and waiting for Dr. Z to make a commitment. And then he came down there with that back air and put him in a position that ultimately led to a kill.
All because of that one, like, knowing when to approach, where the, like, surgical incision is.
And right now, like, I'm definitely seeing some improvement from Dr. C and how he's trying to pressure him. We saw how he just, like, kind of made, like, a whole semicircle around him, trying to go at him with those forward airs. But he's definitely still being a little bit too aggressive. And he's getting punished for it.
Thomas, so they went a little too late to the edge and ended up getting hit by the pound. And because of that alone, it was able to put him up on top flat, bad spot, couple up airs, easy stock.
Yeah, I mean, Luigi, besides, like, his downer and his nair, as long as he's on top of a platform or he's about to land on a platform, like, that's when you want to go at a Luigi from below. If you're going to be doing that at all, there's a very specific times that you want to do it. And the thing is, it's really important to learn when those times are, like, in relation to both the character and the player, because that's how you're going to beat Luigi. That's one of his key weaknesses. It's a small weakness, but it's exploitable to a point where it's going to get you a stock because of how floaty he is.
Because earlier there was an opportunity where Master actually got a kill by using his down air through platform onto Dr. Z, but there we saw Dr. Z up airing through platform to basically beat out that hitbox. Ooh,
that was
both with the double up smash.
And we're seeing, like, continued adaptation from Dr. Z right now. Master was doing the semicircle. He jumped out of his shield and to the left to try and catch him with a forward air.
Ooh, nice approach. Left shield pushes him back, so he's able to sort of just sit there and keep waiting and reacting to that situation. That's why he was able to just pop out a shield at the right time and take it. Thanks very much to being able to just sit there and wait for Dr. Z to slow down. Ooh.
That was actually really smart. He threw that fireball out there, not really hoping that it was going to hit, but he just wanted to force him back into the middle of the stage.
Shutting off a part of the stage, saying you can't come here.
Yeah, it was like saying you can't go over there, so you have to come here.
He does that a few times when he's, like, recovering, where he'll throw it, like, through the platform, essentially saying that this platform is unsafe, you can't land there. Putting him below and onto on the center stage. His fireball game is actually being more pronounced later in the set here. Not able to just like tip that up smash.
Definitely going for a little bit of Hail Mary there. He got the read, but spacing was a little bit off.
Yeah, just that little bit. Same with the grab, which gets him hit with a smash. Actually not able to grab the ledge there when he was trying to, I think. Nice.
Yeah, there's that platform play again, tricking Dr. Z into coming onto the stage at the wrong time there.
It's just a lot of, like, these tiny little tricks that they keep having to pull out against each other, where they both suffer pretty big consequences aside from these little nicks that keep happening. Like that back air, what'll happen from that? A kill. Anytime any of those decisive moves happen, it basically leads to just devastating stock loss.
And right in there, like, I think
they was trying to go for cross-up jab, but instead he just ended up punching left away from shield.
Yeah, what? That was such a fast nair. Oh my god. But, like, okay, this is what Dr. Z needs to be doing. Forward air and back air. You need to start spacing those and arrest out of shield. Really thinking outside of the box there really against Luigi.
So it was the same thing he was doing earlier where he was, like, sliding through cross-up jabs. Dr. Z saw it coming and just knew, hey, guess what? He's going to be in frame disadvantage from that jab. I'm going to shield it, be able to just immediately rest. That's just a frame trap. That's just how that works.
And we're going into game 3, and I love the adaptation by both of them at this point to where it's basically like a game 1 again situation where they're both kind of at a default setting where, like, okay, we were basically even at the end of game 2. And now we're going back to, we're going to have to adapt to each other all over again.
That's a very interesting point, actually. Them sort of taking their respective leads and knowing that it's like a whole new game plan needs to be made necessary. Ooh.
And we see Master right there going out a little bit more than he usually would to try and get that back air. He's trying to be a little bit more aggressive. God, Battlefield scares me so much when I see players do that. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Always nerve-wracking. Yeah, Master definitely playing with a lot more patience right here, just applying that consistent shield pressure, not trying to get caught in disadvantage again like he did before.
And I noticed just now that he, instead of going around him in a circle, he just stayed right on top of him.
Yeah, he wasn't focusing so much on the cross-ups as instead just the continual jab nair pressure on left side shield.
Yeah,
again,
and I think
again there it's what got him the kill with that nair.
I think that's the third or fourth time he's done that actually, and Dr. Z isn't catching on just yet.
Yeah, there he used a very similar attack on shield, but it didn't actually work for him this time.
Get out of the way.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that was just one of those trades.
You know, I think like maybe Callmaster would benefit from some wave dash up tilts, some approaching up tilts.
A little bit of a softer commitment than we've seen with a lot of the like wave dash F smashes or wave dash like jab nairs.
Yeah. God, the shield goes down so fast versus Luigi's pressure.
A lot of fireballs preventing the aggression, forcing him up. Doesn't actually catch him out while he's throwing out the fairs. Trying to do the same thing again. Yeah, see, that's forcing Dr. Z to go with the forward air approach, and he caught him there and was able to get a pretty easy kill by just shutting down the center left stage.
And a couple of down smashes there. That's the first time we've seen 2 down smashes connect in a row at this set so far. And right now at 63%, this is looking like Callmaster's game.
If he's able to take one more stock, Dr. Z might be put in a similar situation as the end of game 1 where he needs to make that close rest. And seeing how he'll try and set that up this time, Callmaster will be able to like potentially predict that and look out for it specifically this time.
I noticed also that he's getting a lot more aggressive with his fireballs. He's not using them to control space as much anymore as
They're connecting.
Yeah, he's actually saying, okay, I'm just going to connect this with you because I need the percent.
See, right now Dr. Z can't go for a rest because it's just not going to work, but if he's able to get this good edge guard right here, oop, not quite, then suddenly it's clutch puff territory. Yeah, that just threw. Great way to avoid the grab mix-up.
And that forward smash is going to take that stock.
All right, now this is where Dr. Z needs to activate turbo mode.
Back airs.
He's going to try and make something happen, yeah.
Just like that back airs. Keep it up, man.
He's not able to approach right now. Callmaster shutting him down.
Yeah, no, Callmaster again. Now he's switched back to controlling the stage with the fireballs. More effectively controlling the approach.
And he let stage dominance go a little bit there by allowing Dr. Z to basically just pass him and switch sides because he knew he wasn't actually going to engage. He was just trying to navigate.
A lot of good patience on there, waiting for the forward smash and shield. Unfortunately, doesn't get the shield grab off of it, but the nair is going to do it.
Pretty interesting 2-1 there from Callmaster.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that set. It's a matchup you really